For the next stage of the duckling project, you're going to need some pieces of card of different widths that you can see I've got, and you can also see that you're going to need some different paints. Now you're going to want some ordinary yellow, and that will be one of the main colours that you're using, but you're also going to want to create some orange. And so I'm just going to mix that red with some yellow. Oh, I seem to have a bit that's a bit gloopy there. Let's put that to one side. I'm going to get that on my painting. And I'm being very careful mixing, making sure that it's not going on the silver part of my brush. And to that, I'm also going to add two other things. I'm going to add some white in a moment, but I'm not going to take the white from there. I'm just going to add a blob of white out there from the bottle because I don't want to make that messy. So I'm creating a sort of a peachy colour, and that's going to be quite useful because that's sort of the colour of their beaks. When you look at them, they are this sort of peachy colour. And I'm just going to take that off my brush. And I'm also going to take a little bit of this and just add it in to create a little bit of an orange here, but quite a pale, more of a yellowy orange than orange, just so that we can pick up some variation for our ducklings. I'm trying to avoid getting the red because I don't really want any red when I come to paint. Now I may find that I need more paint than this, but that's fine because if I do, I can add paint as I go along rather than mixing up too much in the first place and then wasting lots of it. I think over here what I'll do is I'm going to create some pale yellow by adding the white to the yellow there at this end. So this is called a tint because I'm adding white to a colour. So that is a tint, and the colour itself is called a hue. So yellow is a hue and orange is a hue. Orange is of course a secondary colour, yellow is a primary colour, and you can see that I'm mixing different types of yellow, so different tints because I'm adding white. If I added black, I would be creating a shade, and that would obviously make it much darker. White and black are not colours in themselves, they are shades and tints that we add to pure colours, to hues, in order to create a range of different colours, which is what I've just been doing just there. There we go. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to paint with the end of the card, and I'm going to choose this wide one first. Now you may choose just to paint one duckling or two ducklings or even three ducklings if you can fit them on. I'm going to do a picture with two ducklings because I think that will fit this sheet really nicely, and I need to have a large circle for the body, a small circle for the head. So I'm going to stick the end of my card that I'm going to print with, and I'm going to use this edge here because it has, I don't know if you can see that, tilt it right, it has a really nice, let's get it sharp on it, there we go, a really nice pattern there that I might pick up as I paint. Let's make sure we're focused on the painting, and I'm going to stick the edge of it into this paint. Make sure that I've got plenty of paint on the edge, and then I'm going to create my first circle by taking the paint, and it doesn't matter that I've got a little bit that's splodged there, and creating a circle by using the paint on the edge. And I've got a few bits of sort of orange in there as well as the yellow. I'm going to pick up some lighter bits because ducklings aren't just yellow, they have light bits in them as well. So that's their bodies, and now I'm going to need to do their heads. So I'm going to put one of them here, and for this I am going to use the smaller piece of card, I might need just a little bit more yellow. So if you find that you've run out, it looks like we need more yellow and less of the other colours. So the head, I'm going to put one of the heads just here. Now I'm going to use a very thin strip of card. And I'm going to pick up some white, and I'm just going to put some white at the top here where the furry type, down we would call it, is catching the light here. At the top it's catching the sunshine a little bit, just there. And I'm also going to give each of them a bit of a tail, because they have a little bit of fluff, white fluff usually, sticking out at the back. And for that I just want some pure white. And that is the second part of what we needed to do. And in the third part, we're going to give our duckling some webbed feet. We're going to give them a beak. And eventually, when everything is dry, then we're going to give them an eye as well.